Hi guys, Susan here. Welcome back to my channel. Uh, Today I have for you a book review of the Absolutely Fine novel, book one of the Absolutely Fine series by Foray Jumpman. Now, Foray got a hold of me in early April to ask if I would be considering to review his book. And he did give me a PDF version of it, which I can read on my Kindle. But I chose to purchase a paperback copy from so that it could take place on my bookshelf along with other authors that I've done reviews for. Um, it's important to me to have it, um, and I wanted to support them. Now, it has taken me a month to get to this point, uh, mostly due to outside things outside of YouTube and, of course, reading the book. Um, but here it is. Now, I do not do spoilers in my reviews, so if you haven't read this book yet, don't worry, I won't wreck it for you. I will leave a link in the description box of this video to where you can find his books, all eight of the series, on Amazon.com. Okay. I'll read you the back blurb of the book just so you basically get an idea of what this is about. That's not a spoiler. That's anybody can read the back blurb without reading the book. Manuel Swan has experienced a lot of things in his life. He decides to go to a therapy session with a psychiatrist in hopes of getting the demons out. During the session, Manuel recalls the events that happened when he planned on participating in an open mic night at this restaurant, the Laughing Stock. He planned on doing a performance, but his playing partner, Desmond, didn't show up at all. Manuel departed from the restaurant, leading him to wait for an early bus home. Coincidentally, a homeless man with a rich history, Greg Zaletti, was also sitting on the bench. Little did Manuel know that this man sold vape pens to children, but instead of him selling one to him and them going off in their merry way, this interaction led to an unusual friendship. Meanwhile, the town of Langston, California, has other critters on the loose. Maron Swan, the brains and valedictorian of the high school, Daisy Welter, a talented musician that blew the audience away in the Laughing Stock, Zach, another drug-selling hooligan who is trying to get some grub, and Christina Paulin, a girl who has plans. Okay? Now, this is a story told by all of those characters. Manuel is the main character. He's the one that ties everything together. And I believe the guy with this guy here, this guy, is Greg Zaletti, and the guy next to him, that's Manuel. That's what I believe, just by reading the book. I have to give credit for the cover art. So immersing, and you can picture how the characters are. And as I said, I kind of figured out who's who just by reading the book. I have some notes. I took some notes, point form, just so I didn't miss anything. I'm just basically going to go over the book and what I thought of it, and tell you the good points and the bad points. And you can decide for yourself whether you want to look into this yourself. There are 8 books in the series. If you like series, this is one for you, because the very last page, 228 page, it ends with "to be continued." Okay, so you get the whole lineup on the shelf of them, and you're reading for a little while, guys. Anyway, here we go. Good point. Character development is top notch. Between the descriptions of the clothes they wear, the mannerisms, the like, if he totally fleshes out the characters really well, and I like that. Okay, a bad point. Like any self-published novel, it could use an editor. Okay, um, it may not bug you at all. If you're not um, too picky on that, then it's not going to be an issue for you at all. Um, Another good point: the storyline is engaging. It um, it keeps you wanting more. It keeps you turning the pages, which is another sign of an excellent novel. Um, I had to find out what happened next. Okay. Another bad point. Dialogue could use a little work. I Several times I had to stop and reread a section of dialogue just to try and figure out what it was trying to tell me. Um, Now it could be jargon that the characters used that I wasn't familiar with. Could be any number of things, but I did have to stop and reread. So that is a hiccup for me. Another good point. I got to care about the characters, whether it was rooting for them or rooting against them. I got to invest myself in those characters and wanted to see certain ones come out on top and other ones to get their just rewards, uh, which is another sign of a good novel. Okay. Um, Another bad point is there was a lot of jumping around on a timeline. Okay, it it was the present, then back to the past, then too quickly to a distant past, and then a recent past, and then back to the future. It was just too jumping all over the place, and it made it hard for me to keep track of who's speaking when and what happened first on that timeline so that you could make sense of what happened afterwards. But that's just me. I I'm very sensitive to jumping around like that. I prefer a steady progression of events. Now, there is a section in here that's titled Flashbacks, but it goes through um, Wednesday, Thursday night, Friday night, then it goes Saturday, 15 minutes later, a year ago, Saturday afternoon, after the debacle, flashbacks. Okay? Now that I would accept as okay, flashbacks. This is going to fill me in on what's happening. But it's, I don't know. That was just my take on it anyway. So overall, um, I really liked the book. I liked the story. I liked the characters. And things like an editor and dialogue and the timeline thing, that is something that can be fixed. Foray Jumpman is very creative. He has quite the story to tell here, and I am looking forward to reading the rest of these books and getting them onto my shelf. I would give this 4 out of 5 stars, and I thank Foray for coming to me to ask about doing a review. Otherwise, I might not have found this book. And as I said, I will leave a link in the description box with where you can find these books on Amazon.com. I am in Canada, so shipping is expensive. So I will have to get each book as I can do it. The books themselves are not expensive, it's the shipping for me. But if you live in the States, then this is going to be a treat because you can get them easily. Thanks again, Foray, for asking me for a review. I hope I wasn't too harsh with you. I just this is my truth, and you have a bright future ahead of you. And I am looking forward to reading more of your novels. As I said, there's 8 of them in the series of Absolutely Fine series, and I look forward to finishing this storyline. Thank you very much again, and thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.